Welcome to the Old Horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes and one of the great settings in all of college football. Boy, the Scarlet and Gray already rocking this house. This is one of those benchmark opportunities for both teams, a mid-season top 10 showdown. As we'll see, the number 3 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. Coming out with it, it's Hope. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back has it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Throws for the tight end. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously, not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
Looking to throw, it's Wilkins. Fires to the middle. Intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And I know this defense statistically hasn't been one of the best against the pass this year, but they have had some guys banged up. They believe they've got difference makers on the back end that just need to make more plays. That DB right there is one of those guys, and he does it here on the opening drive, getting a huge interception.
From the gun, running back gets to give. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Aggies. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And the extra point is good. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
They'll try the run. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Yeah, and there you go again. Ohio State bringing the ground game. They typically do that, Reese. That's pretty normal.
They've built their entire program around it. Archie Griffin, two-time Heisman Trophy winner. You go back to Hopalong Cassidy. I mean, the Buckeyes love to run the ball no matter how many times they spin the magic beat. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one.
Get set.
To the air, it's Wilkins. Finds his big tight end. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
And I think if you're on defense here, you've got to be alert, right? Are they going for it here on fourth down? Does your defense have to be on the field ready for that? Might they line up in a punt formation and try to fake it potentially? You could see that. You know, there are a lot of coaches early in games that are willing to take big risks. So bells and whistles have got to be going off if you're on defense right now.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed now. Early in the game, a chance to create momentum, to swing back to the other side of the football field.
The give to the back.
Nice run there on first down. You know this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The toss to the outside. Open space at the 25. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right and you see that blocking and all the holes open up, that's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it. They just didn't react very well.
Well, when you got that kind of a line, just all that push they're getting on that right side, they just pushed the defensive lineman back, got in the linebacker's laps, and man, oh man, it was brutal up front.
Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup.
Fresno State is down, but they are not out of it. Not there inside Bulldog Stadium, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to San Diego State. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Conrad. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. This noise, this crowd, and you can feel the jolt of energy going through the Buckeyes.
Well, everybody loves 5-yard runs, Reese, but come on, let's get real. When you're chucking the ball down the field and you got great quarterback play and wide receivers out wide that are making plays, fans go nuts, and the Horseshoe is one of the loudest places in all of college football.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. From the gun, the give, looking for room. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Texas A&M 14, Ohio State 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Back to pass, it's Wilkins. Got his man. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
That's a really nice throw. And you think about being the starting quarterback at The Ohio State University with all the great players they've had here recently and what this offense expects from you. This is explosive passing attack. You've seen that now in recent years. They push the ball vertically down the field. This guy has this skill set. That's why he's out there on the field right now. He allows this offense to really go, and he's playing at a high level.
He's looking to throw it. He's got it. There's no getting around the fact that they have really scuffled in the first half of SEC play, and now the task is to try to turn it around.
Well, and a lot of times it requires shifting your goals, and this is not how you want it to start, but how can we win this week and take advantage of every opportunity we get, Jesse? So it hasn't been ideal, but there's still some talent, and you can still salvage some wins on the schedule.
Yeah, it's all about finishing the season strong, right? I think
pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Out of the shotgun on third down. Wide open downfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
he's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. It's Vargas. Finds his tight end. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. He wants to throw. That's caught. It's Bridges. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. The give to the tailback. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Really good looking run there. This guy reminds me a little bit of an old Texas A&M Aggie great, Leland McElroy. He was so dangerous in space. It was so difficult to bring down to the ground. All 11 guys on defense had to rally to the football. This guy has a little bit of that too. If they can find more creative ways to get this guy out in the open field, watch out, because he's a home run waiting to happen.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Guys out in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air, using the quick game. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Line getting set on 2nd down. To the air, it's Vargas. got his man quickly. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. And the Aggies want to move quickly. With the run on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggies! Man, did he show some hops for that one.
Some serious vertical right there. I tell you what, everybody in front of you, hey, I'll go by air if I need to. Good job getting in the air, getting the touchdown.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to it. Firing to the right, complete. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump them the football, let them make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Dropping back, it's Wilkins. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The Buckeyes will call on their punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Corner's going to give them room. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
Barring a penalty, this will be the final play of the first half on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Buckeyes will boot it away to start the second half. Catches it inside his 20. Chance to really gain some ground. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator,
And he's running in the open. Give him 88 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
To the ground. He's got it again.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to throw, it's Vargas. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. How long have the Aggies been fishing for jumbo plays like that one?
Just dying for it. They just want high-flying offense. They want fun. They want excitement. They had it back in the day with Johnny Manziel. Been searching for those big-time plays, that big-time offense since that point.
A&M comes back out with another first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Off-play action. Pressure coming. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Third down, and this crowd will blow out a vocal cord to help this defense. Back to throw, it's Vargas. Zings it complete to the right. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. They'll try to get it in with the run. Not much room. He gets 1 down to the 7.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. He's got 99 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. On the ground, going for the first down with the give to the tight end. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. And this ought to be a chip shot from about 20 yards out.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Texas A&M 21, Ohio State 7.
And as we start the fourth quarter, they'll try to knock three through the uprights. And if they can make this and turn it into a three-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. He got it. And now the lead is extended a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Texas Tech is getting crushed today, and this is in front of a full house in Lubbock. That fan base should not be subjected to this. They're trailing by 17 to Ball State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had...
He's going for the big play. Picked off. Taking it the other way. The 40. He was hoping for that interception return for the touchdown, but he's brought down at the 27.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
First down here for the offense. They go to the ground. Runs through a tackle. Worked it down to the 22-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry.
This offense is in no hurry, right? Control the clock is priority number 1. I'm going to run the football. I got the lead. I already got great field position, but I'm not interested in scoring right away. I got to make sure I watch that play clock tick down, maximize those seconds, and keep being physical with the run.
The run from the shotgun. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
Third down coming.
Texas A&M trying to gig him in the red zone. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And that will extend their lead even further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. Running back searching for a hole. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's going to pass. Makes the grab. It's Reed. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
They've got it down to the 32. 1st and 10 coming. Handoff from the gun. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Looking downfield, it's Wilkins. Lets it fly deep downfield. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Justin, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
A first down for the offense. From the gun, looking for a man. He's going to let one fly down the middle. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
Ooh, you're living dangerously now. You've got the lead late in the game. Don't do anything to turn it over, and they almost did throwing it there. If I'm the head coach now, I'm thinking, man, let's just run the ball.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. He's up to 113 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. It's reverse. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. This time he's got it. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped with a 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock, making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This offense has a 2nd down play. Looking to pass. It's Wilkins. Got the quick pass. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
And the Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Finds his back in the middle. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. With the clock running, this should be the final play. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Unloads to the right. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team coming to fruition. Just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of